Hi everyone, Maxine here with Tink and I Treasures. Welcome back to my studio. Today we are continuing with our Edith Holden ephemera, and we are working on this little, I don't even know what to call it, a little folio thing perhaps. It's something you could tuck into a journal, or it could be a standalone item that you send to someone in Happy Mail, a friend that's needs some cheering up. So anyway, when I left you, we had this built, and we had this down. Since then, I have inked all around using bundled sage, which is the color I chose to go with the Edith Holden. But, you know, whatever color works with the papers you're using is good. So I cut strips to put into these gussets on both sides, and I have cut pieces to go onto these and here. Nothing is glued down yet though. I was playing around with maybe adding some fabric or lace to some of these, and I was wondering, needs to have a little bit more contrast there, I think. Oh, is that better? Or does that just look dirty now? I'm not sure. Oh, anyway, so let's get going with this. So I guess we'll start from the back and work our way forward. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I, should have done this gluing down before coming back to you or not. I didn't want to get too far ahead of where we left off. So what you want to do with these panels is basically just measure your space and cut to fit, unless you want to do like a border, in which case, you would have to decide how much of a border and adjust accordingly. So yeah, I just have these things down with paper clips. I was just kind of fooling around a little bit, seeing what worked, what I would like. Trying to keep my videos, I don't know, more of a reasonable amount. I mean, I don't know about other people, but watching an hour video is, I don't really always have time to do that. And, so I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit, more realistic in time that people have. And since my videos are pretty authentic, meaning, I might pause here and there, but there's no editing. This is, you know, what you see is what you get type of thing. There's no editing going on. Just because, well, frankly, I don't know how. Obviously, I don't have the right programs or knowledge to be able to do that. So, you know, other than pausing, being able to pause for just a little bit, I mean, I can't pause for a long period of time because I found that my camera just shuts off. if I pause too long, my camera just shuts down. So I can pause for, you know, a few seconds, maybe a minute, I'm not sure, but other than that, it's pretty much live. Okay. Back to this. So I hope everyone's doing well, having a good week. I love hearing from you all on what you're making, what you're working on. Whether or not what I'm doing is helpful. Or it's like, yeah, I've seen that before. Well, I'm not saying you haven't. You know, nothing I'm doing is earth-shattering or new. Maybe just a different take on things. Everyone has their, you know, their personal style that kind of comes through. You know, 100 people can watch the same video, and the results, you're gonna have, you know, 100 different results. Okay, maybe 90 different results, and 10 people just gonna copy exactly. So, that's a sticker, isn't it? Is that a sticker? I thought it was. So you gotta be careful with stickers. If it's a sticker and you glue it down, you're only gluing down the backing, and sooner or later that sticker is gonna peel off. You know, it's gonna peel off. So you gotta make really sure something isn't a sticker. So yeah, all of these are coming from the Edith Holden, except for, you know, some labels and stuff I'm adding. I'm going to be making a new journal using an altered book. And it is The Victorian Lady. It's a biography of Edith Holden. So the last one I did, I left the pages in the book and did, you know, an altered book that way. This one, I have taken the pages out And I'm going to use pages from the book to put back in the journal, and pictures and things like that that's from the biography. So that's why I'm working on ephemera from, specifically from the Edith Holden Country Diary book. She did illustrations for a lot of different books. Did you know that? Yeah, I did not know that. Oh, where did that come from? I thought I had... Oh, yeah. It's the one I did this to. So, let's see. Okay. Oh, right. So this one... I was gonna put something here for a closure, so I want to keep that in mind. Yeah, so you want to think about your closure, make sure you do things before you put down papers if, you need to. Like, I was thinking about using some magnets on this, but unfortunately I've put down my paper, and so using magnets is off the table now, because it was a passing thought, and of course now, I forgot about it and stuck these things down, so that's where we are. So yeah, you want to think about your closures, think about, whether or not you're going to use magnets before you just stick things down. Where did I have this, I wonder? I don't think it was supposed to be there. No. I don't know now. Okay, so it's the last one. So I was looking through the book and trying to find, maybe something different that a person might not use, in doing this. Every time you look at an Edith Holden book, you always see something different. Have you noticed that? I've noticed that. I always see something different. Or I've noticed something that I hadn't noticed before. Uh-oh. Did not do that well. Oh, come on. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so anyway, I found this little sketch just down in a corner of a page. It's just, a little sketch, and I thought, Well, that's really cute. I think I'll use that. I mean, that's not something a person normally would use, I don't think. At least I have not noticed anyone using these little sketches that appear on some of the pages. It's hard to tell which is the front, which is the back on this. Ugh. I wish they would make it more noticeable. I guess if you can't tell, it doesn't matter, huh? We should just look at it like that. You know, if it's not real obvious which is the front and which is the back, then maybe it just doesn't matter. Doesn't show up very well. Probably should have dirtied it up a little bit too. I don't know why this is not coming out very well. I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to be clogged, but this is the fabric fix. There we go. I got a new chair and it does not squeak and squawk. Some coffee. So I'm happy about that. I bet you guys are too, huh? Oops. A little bit something there. Okay. All right. So that's done. Now we could do our closure now, couldn't we? Oh man, what was I gonna use? I don't know. Do I want it? That would look good. I mean, that goes. I don't know. Something else, maybe. What though? I don't have any ribbons that I would really want to use. I need to get myself some different kinds of ribbons, I think. Oh, what else do we have? Anything? Got some yarn, but I think, I don't know, I don't think yarn would probably be a good idea. Alright, so let's just get out this guy and, see what kind of a mess we can make, huh? Alright, so we need to figure out what kind of closure we want, so then we know what size to make. I don't think silver is right. I would like to use one of these, but unfortunately, purple doesn't really work. Oh. This color would work. It's kind of a, what is that anyway? Brass? Or antique brass? Or, I'm not sure. Okay. First of all, we need to find the right hole. And you don't want to make your holes too close to the edge. Otherwise, you run the risk of it, you know, tearing through over time. Okay, so put that in. And there we go. Let's see, put that back in there. Oops. Nice handy thing to have, but don't use it all the time, but when I do, I'm certainly thankful for I have it. Now this is more rustic than this, but I don't know. I'm not feeling this one. Does that make sense? Not feeling it. Not feeling it. What else do we have here? Some little bits and bobs. Probably not enough to do anything with. Now this green would be nice. I have enough of this. Oh. Kind of goes with what we're doing, huh? Okay, now I saw a really nifty thing the other day where they used a button. So let's see if we have anything that would work. Two buttonhole. That's a shank one. The thing I don't know is how they tied it. So let's see. Wait a minute. I want to go up through there first. This might be easier said than done. Okay, so maybe that'll work. Not really sure about this bit, so I guess we're just gonna tie it. Yeah, they didn't show. They just showed, you know, the using the button, but they didn't show how it was attached. So I guess we'll just do that. If it doesn't work, we can do something else, huh? Okay, so alright, so close this all up, and what we want to do is something like this. Yeah. Cut that off. So we have a nice long lead. There we go. What do you think? A little different, huh? Oops. Okay. See, I always save little bits and bobs of string whenever I come across it. I'm not even sure where I got this twine, but okay. There we go. That looks good. I like that. Yes, I do. Okay. All right, enough of that. Let's move along. Okay, so we did that. And we're opening it up. Okay, now, as for where we left off, we were going to have 5 things done for our waterfall. And what I didn't tell you was that you needed to score a 1/2 inch. So each of these is scored at a 1/2 inch. So if you need to pause to do that, go right ahead. Now, I was thinking about a closure for this as well. And this is something, again, you need to think ahead on what you want to do. I've covered the front and the back, and I put some washi tape in here. You could leave the back blank and have it for a journaling spot if you want. That would have been a good idea too. They're also good places to mount like photos or stuff like that, maybe. So I'm just trying to, you know, get these placed a little bit just to get an idea of where it's going. Right? Something like that. So we need, I think we need something to keep this closed. You know what? I'm going to get that twine back out. And we are going to run this twine, I think, underneath all of that. Just need to make sure we have enough. Well, that should be plenty. Well, that's more than enough. I don't want to waste it either. This is all I have, and I don't know where I got it, so. Ah. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do is measure this out, get the middle, and you know, I think double stick tape ought to be a good idea. It ought to. So, is this, no, that's not double stick. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's not going to be wide enough, is it? That won't. That's not wide enough. Hang on. Oh, let go. There we go. So I'm not going to get a whole lot. I'm not going to use a whole lot. But just a little something something, just to make sure that that stays where it belongs. Okay. I don't know. I think we might be. Isn't it? I see a time. Ugh. Okay. So now we want to look at our cards here and see who do we want to be the first one. This one's cute. Like that. Okay. So we're gonna go 1, and then what does it look like? I'm just looking at down here and what's showing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to keep those in order. And then we just want to glue these down. You know, I think double stick tape might be a good idea for this. Let's see. I got new double stick tape from one of my Temu hauls. So yeah, I'm really excited because it came in several different sizes. So yeah, it's been nice to have a supply of double stick tape again. I hadn't got any for quite a while, and it does come in handy. sometimes double stick tape is a good idea. And I am also going to use, and I need to take this off, this backing off of this double stick tape, because I want things to actually stick down. And I'm also going to pair it with some reptile. It helps to have some kind of liquid glue on top of double stick tape, because it gives you that extra wiggle room, you know, to move around. Otherwise, double stick tape is going to grab, and you know, that's where you are, and there's no you know, you put it down, that's where it's staying, you know what I mean? So I like putting a little bit of wet glue just to give you that assurance that you can make adjustments that's needed. Okay. Next, you want to press it down really good, and pressing it down really good also helps to release the top one more easily. And then to do your second one, you just bump it up against where your first one was. You don't want gaps unless, you know, that's part of your design element maybe, but typically you don't have a gap there. I might have put that down too far. Ugh. Oh boy. Gonna have to deal with that now. But we can figure out something, can't we? We're crafters. We're ingenious. We are MacGyvers of the art world, are we not? Okay. And again, just you want to make sure that they're laying straight with each other. They're not going off, you know, somewhere. Make sure you get a nice line going. Oops. A little bit of extra glue there. Okay. With double stick tape, you always have to be careful not to get it outside of where you want it to be, because unlike the liquid glue, you know, liquid glue will dry and then, you know, nothing's going to be sticking to it anymore. But double stick tape stays sticky forever. So if you get it outside of, you know, where you want to be, things are going to continue to stick to it forever, right? And you always have a problem. So yeah, you just have to remember with double stick tape, just to get it where you want it and not have any of it poking out anywhere. Does that make sense? Because something's gonna stick to it all the time. That's why I don't ever use double stick tape when I'm putting in a pocket, just for that reason, that if by chance some of it gets, you know, in the pocket area, well, you're always going to have things sticking to it. Oops. Okay. All right, I think, I have a feeling our video has gone a little bit long today, and it doesn't feel like we've gotten very much accomplished, but like I said, you know, I just want to be mindful of your time, and you know, I know how precious that is. And I know, like, for myself, you know, somebody has an hour-long video, I'm probably not going to watch it. At least not all of it. Because that's just, you know, we just don't have that kind of time, do we? So, there we go. Now, because I made the mistake and ran this too long, we have to do something about that. So, we will find something to put there, and we're gonna call it a day for right now. These leaves might lend themselves very well to this situation. I never know what to do with these leaves. I like them, but, you know, they're not exactly, you know, colorful or anything. I don't know. I've done a lot of paintings of falling leaves paintings, you know, autumn type stuff. In fact, those were my best sellers when I was watercolor. When I was doing watercolor, the falling leaves were like my best sellers. But they were very colorful, you know, with the reds and the oranges and the yellows and even some blues and purples I'd put in there too, because, you know, I have artistic license. You know, but a little bit of brown here and there, but, you know, not like these. I mean, these are just brown. So that looks like, oh, no, not quite. So let's see, what else do we want? Wonder about this one, maybe. Okay. I'm using a combination of the bundled sage and ground espresso. Ground espresso is my favorite go-to that I like to use. And vintage photo is definitely a close second. So I started using the bundled sage, and then I thought, oh, needs a little bit something else. So then I started using the ground espresso and thought, yeah, that works. There we go. See? No worries. No worries. Oh, I need to. Okay. Have that come right down like that. There. Perfect use for those leaves, huh? There, now we got that sticky tape covered up. And now we have a closure for this, because as you can see, those are not going to stay down on their own, which I was afraid of, because I've done these waterfalls before, and they don't. They want to pop up. So another thing we could have done is magnets, but I think that would have taken, you know, several magnets. You'd have to have magnets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 magnets. So that's a lot. The magnets are expensive, so this is a nice way to deal with that. Anyway, so there we are. Probably need to cut these off a little bit. Too long. Don't want them to be too long. Okay, so there we are. And next up is doing these and putting in some pockets and tuck spots and what have you. And yeah, we'll fill it with tags and stuff that we make in future videos using the Edith Holden. We're going to make tags and journaling cards and stuff like that. So we'll fill this up, you know, with those things. That's not really working out like I had hoped. I wonder if there's something we can do to make that stay. Well, anyway, I will think about that. In the meantime, take care of you, love each other, and I'll see you again. Bye.